Okay, we're gonna try this once more because it just kept pausing on me. Hello, hello. Hi. Okay, awesome. So, what in the actual fuck? Hold on, I need to get my charger. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, now we can get started. So, if you missed the first part, then let me restart. I feel like a lot of this week is part of acceptance. First it's about looking at yourself and where you are and really putting focus into something that you're really wanting to change, right, in your life. Maybe it's not like it's something specifically bad. You just know you're really focused on evolving that part of you, okay? But there's also this space of acceptance. Accepting where you are in your life without forcing the change. So I was feeling like a lot of different things when this rising and yesterday. So accepting where you are in your life without forcing change, but knowing that there is something that you are wanting to change. So it could be two completely different subjects for you. Energetically, I feel like this week it's gonna bring a lot of emotion, like a lot of heightened emotion, especially we're nearing the full moon. I believe it's Monday the 17th, and so I definitely feel really tapping into and understanding and connecting to your emotions this week on a different level, meaning, paying attention to the way you're emotionally reacting to things or emotionally responding to situations, noticing how you're taking care of your emotions, noticing how you're releasing emotions. Are you choosing healthy, conscious ways to release your emotions for yourself? Are they unhealthy, unconscious for you? And remember, and I had this conversation with a friend today, something that may be healthy and conscious for somebody may not be healthy and conscious for another. So remember that. You have to connect to what is right for you and what works for you. And part of that may be just accepting where you are right now and not forcing yourself to go through something that you don't need to go through at the moment. Because sometimes we see other people shifting their perspective or changing or growing, and we want to force ourselves into that space when we may not be ready for it because our being is somewhere else working on something else, right? And so you have to know and understand where you are, not where everybody else is. It's super important to accept where you are in your life right now and find patience and consistency with working on yourself. This week, I really feel for myself and anybody who is going to align with it, I feel so withdrawn from everybody and everyone, and I'm loving it. I am just keeping to myself, working on my businesses, working on myself. My dad gets sentenced this week, so that's going to be really heavy. And then we're going on a little staycation here to a festival. So really pulling away, stepping back, and really enjoying life as it is without being here all the time. And I feel like that is huge with being able to step back and see your own challenges and the space that you're in and acceptance without being so much here on social media all the time. And I think that if you have the opportunity to do so and really pull back to reconnect to yourself, it will be very beneficial to you to reflect on lots of things in your life at the moment. Okay, so let's get into the cards. Commanding my ego to move out of the way, to step out of the way, asking Source to bring us a card, a message for each day this week. Today, June 10th, happy birthday, Christina. She's 31. Tomorrow, June 11th, 2019. Wednesday, June 12th, 2019. Thursday, June 13th, 2019. Friday, June 14th, 2019. Saturday, June 15th, 2019. And Sunday, June 17th, 2019. Bring us one message for each day of this week in order for all of us, the collective, to consciously connect to our growth. And it's Father's Day weekend, celebrating all the dads. How ironic, right? That my dad's sentencing is the weekend before, is the day, 2 days before Father's Day. 3 days. All right. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so for today's card, it is the 8 of Swords. And just like I said, it's really being able to step back and see parts of your life that you may have been neglecting, or even parts of yourself that you're forcing things on. Because I feel like a lot of people are watching growth in this community or watching growth from others in general and want to force themselves to grow as rapidly as others. You cannot force yourself to grow. That's not how this spiritual self-evolution works. It takes time, and it requires you to accept and find patience in the way that you are growing. I do feel like today is uncovering some things on a shadow level that you really need to look at and really accept. If there are some things that you've been running from or things that you're not accepting about yourself on a shadow level, today is the time to look at that. One thing about the shadows, right, is if you continue to deny the shadows, you deny your growth. So when you justify things out of the unwillingness to shift, then you're creating resistance in your own life. So being able to look at areas of your life that you know need your time and attention and your patience and your love, but you're not ready to give it that, you have to accept the fact that you're not ready for it. And that instead of justifying, hold yourself accountable for where you are and just say, I'm not ready for that. I am okay where I'm at. And even though that may be an unhealthy habit, or I'm doing things that I don't want to change, or doing things that I know that I shouldn't be, quote unquote, don't force yourself into it. But again, you have to think about how long you have been repeating those same cycles. Because if you get to a point in your life where you're constantly repeating that same shadow cycle and you're refusing to look at it or hold yourself accountable for it, you will then be forced by spirit and your inner being to make that change. So there's a time and place when you have to just accept it because it may not be the right time. And there's a time and place where you have to make that change because you have been repeating it for too long. Okay, so really being able to look at that without justifying. You have to say, like, this is what it is. Like, this is where it's at. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it face on. I know, I know what needs to be changed. And now it's about making the conscious effort to do so. Okay? Tuesday, the first thing that came up was lack. And I swear this card came in last week, and that's the first thing that came up also. So, Tuesday, I feel like also there needs to be less attention on material growth and more attention on self and spiritual growth. I was thinking about something this weekend when I was listening to something, and I'm sure I've heard it time and time again, but I've never applied it, right? That so many people measure success on a material level when truthfully material success means absolutely nothing when it comes to self-evolution and spiritual evolution. You could have everything and anything and be a complete fucking dickhead, and that, that doesn't measure how good of a person you are, right? And so I feel like tomorrow is highlighting your, where you're giving too much time and attention to your material success and where you're not giving enough time and attention to your spiritual and self-evolution, or self-evolution if you're not into a spiritual practice. And really, being able to recognize why you put so much value on the material plane, and why you put so much value on stuff. Is it because you are filling in a void, or is it from a survival mindset, or what is it about material items that give you the sense that success is measured on a spiritual level? Okay? Wednesday, 13th, 2019. It is the 7 of Swords. And again, it's being able to look at things that you are hiding from. What are you in denial of from yourself? What are you hiding from yourself and others? Why are you hiding that from yourself? If you can't look at it, then what about that part of yourself are you not able to look at? Does it require further therapies? Do you need further assistance in order to overcome that space? Are you having a hard time accepting something? Why are you running from and hiding that parts of yourself? And what are you in denial of? If it's not about that you're hiding something, what about that space are you in denial of that you really need to step back and take a look at? And again, it comes to accountability, right? When we can say to ourselves, okay, I can no longer deny this because I'm going to hold myself accountable for this space of myself. We're on Wednesday. For this space of myself that I know is requiring love and attention. And it could be like you just, it could be something as small as like, I really need to go get my eyes checked. It could be something so small. We're on the 7 of Swords. We make things sometimes bigger than they need to be for more than one reason, right? But we could be denying things about ourselves or hiding things about ourselves for many of reasons. Maybe because we don't want other people to see them, or maybe we don't accept that part of ourselves, so we need to work on accepting a part of the self. But until, again, like I said, stepping back this week and really reflecting on where you are is going to be extremely beneficial for the next couple of weeks of growth, okay? Thursday, the 13th, 2019, the Fool card. Where are you taking too many risks? What are you, where in your life are you, allowing things to slip through your fingers? Maybe it's time, maybe it's money, maybe you're taking too many risks with certain things in your life where you need to step back and tell yourself that you need healthier boundaries, okay? Give me 1 second. Okay. So another thing too that I'm feeling from this Fool card in reverse is there's two ways that I feel this. First of all, where are you taking too many risks? There's some people out here that may be taking too many risks. And then there's some people out here that are just dreaming and not acting. There's some people out here that are dreaming big and talking up a lot of shit, but never acting. And so are you a shit talker and you're going to keep shit talking? Or are you going to actually make those changes in your life? A lot of people, I seen it. I just saw it in my head. Like people who are like, oh, I'm about to do this and this and this. And then you see them a year later and they're doing the same shit. So if you're one of those people who wants to talk, then you need to learn the practice of quietness and not talking about what you're going to do and just doing it. So this energy for this Fool, again, is coming up for where are you taking too many risks and where are you being a shit talker and not fucking acting. Because if you're going to be like, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this, and are you saying those things just because you want people to accept where you are? But remember, you're not even accepting yourself because you're not taking those necessary steps in order to actually make the difference or make the changes or create or whatever it is that you're shit talking about and not acting on. Okay? Friday. What the fuck day is Friday? The 15th, 2019. It is the Four of Pentacles. So it's speaking of, that for what I'm seeing, it's speaking of like that balance, really, really seeing. Let me get clarity. Okay, so after these next couple of days, right? So we see this energy that we're having for these first couple of days. Now you're creating more stability for yourself, right? So you're seeing over these next couple of days, you're giving yourself time to reflect. You're giving yourself time to see, like, where are you taking too many risks? And then you're reevaluating your stability. And so on Friday, you may feel in some way, shape, or form that you're working on your stability, whether it's financial, whether it's mental, whether it's emotional. Maybe you start cleaning up your house a little bit and creating more space and stability and form and routine in a healthy way. Because I call healthy stability meaning the way that you can be stable, but you can allow fluidity too. So it's not like you're getting OCD and cleaning up your house and nobody can touch shit. It's knowing that you're building a more stable foundation for yourself, your family, or just yourself if it comes down to your finances. But I really feel like Friday you're going to start applying those things that you've been reflecting on over the next couple days to build that stability for yourself, to start making those changes. And it will be very fresh. So it's not like it's going to happen overnight. It's just you're really implementing something that has been sitting with you for the beginning of this week, okay? Saturday, the 16th, 2019, I feel like what this card is having to do with is, not wanting to put the time and effort into where you're, into that work. If you need to rest, then take that time to rest. But you have to remember and connect to that. If you're going to act on something, you have to remember that there has to be effort. And so if you're not ready for that effort, don't initiate the change. Don't initiate the creation. Because once you create it, the wheel's going to spin and you're going to see, you might see yourself trip up because you pushed it aside and it may come for you. So know that things are going to require effort, and effort may just come from patience. Effort may come from accountability. Effort may come from working on your mindset. Effort may come from, working on your communication. Whatever it may be, remember, whatever you begin to implement, it's going to require effort. Also remember that there will continuously be obstacles, no matter what. No matter how positive you talk, no matter how positive you are, you will have to overcome obstacles. It is part of being human, and accepting that will only make things a little easier for you when you understand that you're going to have to ride the waves forever. This is just part of human life, is that we don't let go of obstacles just because we're positive. It means that we look at them from a different perspective. So Sunday, the High Priestess, and as we're nearing the full moon, I really feel like, and I don't even know what this full moon is in. I didn't even look, I'll be honest. I'm just in a different space lately. And we're nearing this full moon, and I really feel like spending some time reflecting on Sunday, you know, stepping away if you don't have plans. Give yourself time to really chill. If you're spending time with your family, be present because it's Father's Day, right? But really tapping in and connecting to your intuition. I'm not messing with you right now. You're going to get on my last fucking nerve. That's for damn sure. And really connecting to your intuition, really connecting to what your inner being is saying. If you have been, thank you, Sagittarius, so the full moon's in Sagittarius. If you have been neglecting parts of yourself, you know, really looking at those parts of yourself. If you have been spending too much time in the material plane, I am so PMSing so bad. I want to scream at him barking right now. Like, it is irritating the fuck out of me today. So the intention, you know, really connecting to your intuition, spending more time meditating, really grounding your energy. For Sundays, the High Priestess energy, and really seeing, I hear my cat, and really seeing again, like what parts of your internal being are really requiring your love and attention. Okay. I am making this short today because I'm not in the greatest of mood, and I'm getting really irritated, and I want to just go be in peace without talking. So I love all of you. Thank you for joining me. I, you know, just thank you for accepting my mood and my energy today, because it's very low, and I need some time. So I will be posting this up on YouTube when I get a chance. Thank you for joining me. Change is happening. Remember to reflect, and yes. Peace. Fucking ass.